Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I bought this at the Dollar Tree, and it had like the warning label here. So I tried to peel it off and it was sticking. So I took one of my stickers and I put it on the top. So this should be a quick video, guys. But the reason that I'm doing this is because these light up. They have different modes, on, off, and so I was like, if we could get these in a coaster, but I didn't want this sticking out too far because I didn't, like if you put your cup on it, I didn't want it to be like turning on or being uneven. So I was like, what can I put like in a mold that we can keep it up so that it's flush. It's not going to float down, but then I can always put some little feet. So I was like, oh, I can use my little things that I've been making. So that's what we're going to do. So I am going to tint this a little bit of a blue, not a lot. And this is the 4-hour fast cure, guys. So if this works, I have to go to the Dollar Tree anyways, because I need to get more flowers, A, for my tree, and B, for some orders. So, I was like, okay, well, let's see if we can get this to work. So I did mix this really slow. It does have some bubbles in it, but for the sake of this video, I'm not going to worry too much about the bubbles. I just want to see if this is going to work, basically. So I am going to get a paper towel, and I am going to spray this with some alcohol. So I ended up putting the sticker on the coaster because that way I don't have to, do the top coat, put it on after, and all that. So we will see how it comes out. And there are some scratches, but I don't think those will show up too much in the piece. And this is kind of tapered this way. So we're just going to start slowly pouring. And you guys know, these are my old molds. And, all right, I'm going to just take these out for right now. We'll get some poured, and then we'll get those in. All right, so let's just slowly so I wanted it still to be clear, but yet not, not just plain clear, if that makes any sense. So my hands are looking a little better, guys. I might have to, excuse me, I might have to just step back to only doing a couple of resin projects a week. It seems like when my hands are around resin every day is when I start getting like more issues. All right. So let's get our little doodads in. So these are just the little flowers that I had made, like extras and stuff. I'm like, you know, what are we going to do with all these? Now, I didn't have another one of the flowers because I wanted there to be like, you know, like 3 leaves, but something different in between. So that's why I picked 2 of the little butterflies. And I'm just gonna kind of just lay them in there like that. Okay. So I'm gonna just pour a little bit more. And I'm gonna try to go over my items because I want that coaster to set on the top without it like overflowing. So I only mixed up 3 ounces. And let me, because this did set right on those pieces and it brought it flush. So I'm hoping we don't get the resin coming over. Look at that. Now I do have a couple of bubbles under there. And you know what? I'm going to leave the bubbles. I'm going to leave them just for the sake of, wait. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see here if we can. I can always replace them. All right, so let's just kind of move these back into position. All right. So I'm gonna just try and maneuver. All right. And let me try and, all right. So let's just try this again. Much better. Only got 1, 2 or 3 little bubbles. All right. So we are going to leave that. And hope and pray that that works. And it doesn't seem like it's coming over. So that only took 1.5 ounces. So this would be a good way of reducing the amount of resin that we use as well. So now I have 1.5 ounces. Let me grab my and all right, I'm going to put a little bit more of the alcohol ink in there. And we are going to put some of the Marabou alcohol ink in the rainbow to give it a little bit of a sparkle. All right. I'm going to stir that in gently. And I don't even care if the alcohol ink is like swirly. Okay. And now I know I have to worry about the first wing, because that's where the bubbles tend to be. And let me just get a silicone pokey thingy. So I think it's this one here that I end up with the bubble. But I'm going to look at that. There was a bubble. So this is the 4-Hour Fast Cure by Let's Resin. And okay, I'm not going to dome it, but and let's see, we have an ounce. Will we have enough to do this turtle? Let's see. If not, we will chuck something in it and we'll make it work. Let me grab my little spatula. I love these little spatulas, guys. I am so appreciative of them. These were a gift, and I'll tell you, they were a gift I didn't know I needed. I didn't even know they made these. So there, we have one experiment and 2 extras. So let me just wipe this. I'm going to get a clean paper towel. We're going to spray it and we're going to wipe it. I just spray it with alcohol and then I wipe it down. Okay. So I can't spray that because that's the back side, but there's only a couple of little bubbles there. I can deal with that. Because if it works and then we make a whole set, then I'll use the thinner resin and we'll just, let it cure that way. So, all right, I will be back in 4 hours and we will check this out, guys. Alrighty, guys, so we are back. It's cured. All right, let's see how a little turtle guy came out. He could have had a little bit more in him, but oh, he comes out so good every single time. This is so stinking cute. We got no bubbles, which I'm impressed. All right, let's check our butterfly. No bubbles. No bubbles. I finally figured it out. Oh, that is, I think this has got to be my favorite butterfly. There are a few little tiny micro bubbles like underneath. Sorry guys, I just got done doing a live and I have paint on my hand, so I apologize, but I wanted to get this done. But it doesn't look bad at all in this little butterfly. It doesn't at all. And I think with this one, we are just going to do down the body and the little head. And like the little antenna thing. So I think that is all that I am doing on this little butterfly. It is so stinking cute. Okay, so now for the main event. So the resin did not go over except for the little bit I got on there. And like I said, I know there's going to be probably some bubbles. That wasn't my whole point. It was seeing if I can get these to work in resin. Oh. And then on and then off. So our little flower embellishments worked mint to hold that up. So you can see where that clear, that is that disc that we put in here. And it sits, it might be a little bit wobbly, but we can put those little clear stoppers on the bottom, which would take care of that. So the only thing now that I have got to figure out is being able to cover that sticker, because these are clear. And, you know, I might not always want like a clear coaster. I'm wondering if we could put, I don't know, maybe a fairly opaque, not real opaque, but just a little bit. So yeah. So that is definitely going to work. So when I go to the Dollar Tree, I am going to buy some more of these. And I'm going to try to figure out a way to get the top part of the sticker off. This one, I don't believe that I can take off because the the little buttons are under here. But the top one was just like the warning. So yeah, I will get some more and we will revisit this again for sure. Maybe, I know I have some stickers that have that white background. So this might be one of those type of things where those would come in handy. So yeah, we will definitely revisit it. So that is it for this video, guys. I'm going to try to keep it very short and sweet for you guys. And let me know in the comments how else we could maybe cover that white sticker. You know, because it's like the size of the bottom of the glove, like that circle. That's the sticker. So yeah, give me some different ideas on how we can disguise that, but still have the lights show. You know, do I pour like a center opaque and then the rest transparent? Like a burst? I don't know. Alrighty, guys, that does it for today. I'm not even going to get any close-ups. You know, it was more of an experiment anyways, but our little butterfly came out amazing, and our turtle too. He could have had a little bit more because he's only got, you know, half a toes on the back, but that's okay. He can stay here with me in my little misfit world. All right, I can't hang on to nothing, guys. Oh, I'm going to let you go. Bye.